All right, shalom, shalom. All praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shem Hashai, Bashem Kahal Kadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of the great millstone that do well. Peace and salutation to you, sincere Akim, pushing the truth out the four corners of the earth, risking your lives and fear, introducing almost to the never. May the calling of election be upon your house. And I'm on my way back from watching a movie, Bad Boys, Ride or Die. And man, that shit was expensive as hell, man. You know, $45 and fucking snacks and fucking $30 for movie tickets, like $80 to watch a fucking movie. And the reason why I'm bringing that out is because, you know, this whole American dollar shit is over. You know, the American dollar being the world reserve currency, you could feel the inflation and the hyperinflation when you deal. And it's getting worse and worse every day. You know what I'm saying? $100 is like nothing. You know what I'm saying? $1,000 is like nothing. You know, you could run through a couple $100 just off of, and that's what I'm talking about. This place is mad oppressive. Whether you got to pay for parking to go, you know, deal with some of the amenities that this place has to offer. You got to pay for parking, you got to pay for food, you got to pay for gas all the time. You know what I'm saying? Gas prices and shit. So, but the cost of living is through the roof, but the wages and shit, the money that they pay you don't increase, man. All right? And the reason why they got it set up like that for a reason, so that when they come with the solution, which is going to be the MOTB, all right, the micro C hip, and ultimately UBI, universal basic income, all right, it says you will own nothing and be happy. That's the whole agenda of the wicked elite banking families that run everything that you see going on out here. All right, so, you know, man, before you know it, man, the whole stock market gonna crash. All these different businesses and so on and so forth, they're all gonna fall apart, man. And we're entering to the ushering of a whole different kind of system. All right, it's going to be pretty much the Internet of Things, man, okay? And, you know, we got to stand stiffly, you know, for the names of Yahweh Shem Hashai, you know what I'm saying? And the scripture says in Isaiah, I believe 10 and 20, it says that the remnant will no more stay upon him that smote them. While the majority of our people, the majority of the people out here, they're getting more and more, you know, immersed into this system, all right, ready to do any and everything that these devils require in order for them to participate in their so-called society, which is no society. And they try to push, sorry, you jumped out there. No, I just killed a possum. He came out in the middle of the road. He literally walked right into my tires. All right, where you go to Isaiah. I don't like possums anyways. Which way we going? Let's go up 8th, right? Alright, but yeah, so the scripture says that the remnant shall no more stay upon him that smote them. Isaiah 10 and 20. And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord Yahweh, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. So we're not going to stay upon this American system, all right? We're not going to stay trusting in our enemies, all right, these devils and their wicked agenda that they got in place, because all these things that's going on, whether the inflation, so on and so forth, all these different things are prescribed by these devils. They have these moving pieces, and it talks about in Psalms 60 Psalms 53, I'm sorry. All right. Where's it at? Psalms 51. Well, this is a good one right here. Okay, this is another one. All of this is in the same element. But this Job chapter 5 verse 12, it says he disappointed the devices of the crafty. Okay? He disappointed the devices of the crafty. When you go into the book of Daniel, it talks about how this devil causes craft to prosper in his hand. All right, when you deal with that word craft, it means trickery. All right, when you go into the blue letter. So this devil, he deals with deception, deceit. He's about problem, reaction, solution. He causes problems in the earth so that he can come with the solution. All right, but it's all prescribed. Okay, it says he disappointed the devices of the crafty. When somebody's working a crafty work, remember, in Genesis, the 3rd chapter, it talks about how this devil is more subtle than any beast of the field. When you move with subtlety, you're pretty much that's why they call themselves the Illuminati or the enlightened ones, because they're privy to things that the majority of these people don't know. Okay, so it says he disappointed the device of the crafty, right? Because these devils are very crafty. All right, and how they go about their plans. Shit, we got one. And how they go about their plans to pretty much take over the world, you know, which they already have the world and all of the people under subjection, but they want complete control. They don't want to just have, you know, okay, you got paper dollars and you could pay under the table and still, you know, maneuver and shit. They want to have complete control. That's why they're putting all these cameras up and, you know, these cell phones with cameras on the front, and ultimately the biometric system. That's what that Pfizer, COVID-19, AstraZeneca vaccination is about, because those vaccinations are what do we call them? The juice. Close enough. The juice is not a regular you know, vaccine. That shit is nanotechnology, mRNA, which is pretty much biotech, which is merging man with machine. And that's all part of this devil's crafty work that I was alluding to. He disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. And that's exactly what Yahweh Shemashai is going to do. He's going to disappoint their enterprise. He's going to disappoint their devices. They're going to get a lot of these people, a lot of these, you know, regular Joe Schmo Edomites and, you know, the average idiot, you know. But the elect, they're not going to get the elect. And ultimately, while they're trying to fulfill, that enterprise, everybody's going to be turning against this devil. Okay? Everybody's going to be turning against this devil. That's what's happening right now with these small hats, the Amalekites, the big nose people, you know, the people with the long sideburns. The whole world is seeing them butcher and kill thousands and thousands of Palestinians over there, and seeing that these devils are wicked. Okay? And it's pretty much going to be everybody against the small hats in America, because America's the one that funds those people. Okay? And they're the ones that run everything, the banks. These are the only people that can never be held accountable under no type of scrutiny, because they are the bankers. They're the ones that run this whole system. Oops, wrong key. It says, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried headlong. They meet with darkness in the daytime and grope in the noonday as in the night. So they have like secret councils. When they first created the Federal Reserve Bank, they met in the early 1900s in a place called Jekyll Island. But when they set up the Federal Reserve, it was never set up to be it was a means to bring about this NWO. That's why on the back of the dollar, on the Federal Reserve note, under the pyramid, it says Novus Ordo Seclorum, which means New World Order. And on top of that pyramid with the eyeball, it says Annuit Coeptus, which means the crowning of an enterprise. So they're trying to build their enterprise, all right? And what they want pretty much is perpetual rulership upon the earth, okay? But the scripture says right here, the Most High has appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. All right, Job 14:5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. And so pretty much this devil is he's at the end of his rope, so to speak. So because he's at the end of his rope, what do you think he's going to do? He's going to come down with great wrath. He's not going to just give up his rulership, because America, Babylon the Great, this is the most advanced rulership since the beginning of time to up until this time. All right. The Lord blessed Esau with the fatness of the earth, and by the sword shall he live. So this is the end of his blessing. Once America is done with, which is pretty much over. I spent my time walking around earlier and looking at this place, and they're trying to do construction. They try to keep it built up, but the morals of the people is destroyed here. The families, the monetary system. That's why it says in the book of Jeremiah, Babylon will not be healed. And you got people putting their hope in these presidents and politicians to fix situation. Ain't nothing gonna be fixed here. Jeremiah 51 and 8. It says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies. And all these different nations here, because America's like unto the melting pot, they're all going to turn unto their own people, man. All right, and abandon this place, America, okay? So, there's a scripture I was quoting, I believe it's Psalms 58. Okay. It's like, not 58. Is it 62? All right, the scripture talks about how they encourage themselves in an evil matter. 64, okay? So this is Psalm 64, and verse 2, it says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. That's right, because these devils have secret counsels. Just like I was going into in Revelation 12 and 12, pretty much how this devil going to come down with great wrath. He's not only going to come down with great wrath upon all the people, he's going to come down and try to make war with the elect. Okay, when you read about it in Revelation 12 and 17, it says, and the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of the Most High and have the testimony of Yahushua HaMashiach. The dragon is America, Babylon the Great, ultimately the Roman Empire revised. The woman is Israel. All right, and this goes all the way back into the garden. When you read about it in Genesis, the 3rd chapter, okay? It says right here in Genesis 3 and 15, it says, and I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed, and it shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. All right, this is talking about the serpent
The serpent is going to have enmity between the woman. The woman is Israel, okay? Ultimately the elect. So that lines up with Revelation 12 and 17. So this devil going to make war with us because what? We're the ones that are speaking against his wicked devices. His power is in his deception. That's why it says, let us oppress the poor and righteous man, because he is not for our turn. In the book of Wisdom, Solomon, chapter 2 and verse 10, it says, let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age. Let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. All right, and this is exactly how they rule. They set up laws, unrighteous decrees. All right, that's why the scripture says, who frameth mischief by a law, because he doesn't have righteous law, he has wicked laws to pretty much stamp him into doing evil. Psalms 94 and 20, shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law? Okay, so just like I said right here, Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 11, let our strength be the law of justice. And they can pass any law. If you speak against a small hatch, you get put to death. Okay, that's a wicked law. Why? Because we're speaking against the wickedness, the evil. Okay, so they have a problem with the righteous. They have a problem with, and they're gonna make war with us. Okay, but we're ready for war, man. Ultimately, Yahweh Shema Shai is preparing us to for this battle, man. As a matter of fact, let's go grab 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 40. It says, O my people, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle. And in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. That's right. So we getting ready for this battle that we about to go into. And it's gonna get physical, it's gonna get real. Revelation 2 and 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that you may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Right? Because this devil will make laws, pass laws to where he'll put you in prison for speaking against his wicked plans, man, to bring the MOTB and so on and so forth. All right. But that's our job, to keep this work unto the end. And the Lord is going to ultimately deliver us. This Revelation 3 and 10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. Him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my power, and he shall go no more out. And I will write upon him the name of my power, and the name of the city of my power, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from my power, and I will write upon him my new name. So it says, hey, if we overcome, we're going to be reigning with Yahweh Shai in his kingdom. All right, ultimately. And it says what? If we keep the word of his patience, which means to suffer, all right, continue to, go through this and be in his truth, be afflicted, suffer, all right, for his name's sake. All right, the Lord is going to keep us from the hour of temptation, which is going to come upon all the world. And those times are fastly approaching, man. So, just something I was meditating upon in the spirit. I pray that the lesson was edifying.